Hi everyone, welcome for this new episode of the ESO News. As you can see, it has changed. I got the inspiration from Itsis, which is a YouTuber that I really appreciate. You can check him out, there's a link in the information below. He's covering Crowfall mostly at the moment. But here it goes. I wanted to change and to give some freshness to the ESO News series that I'm doing, to encourage myself to record them more easily and more frequently. That's the goal. We will see if it works. So this week we have a lot of things to discuss because plenty of things happened in the Elder Scrolls Online. First of all, there is the Orsinium release on all platforms, including console. We also had an AMA with the developers on Reddit and an ESO live yesterday. So let's go! Let's start with Orsinium Feedback. In general, the community is extremely happy about the DLC. Zenimax didn't have as many compliments since a very long time, if ever. Generally, the people are enthusiastic about the quality of the DLC, the stories, the NPCs, the beauty of the landscape. But there is also some controversy. There's 2 points mainly where there is controversy. First, the Maelstrom Arena and the class imbalance. It really shows clearly on the leaderboard that some classes have a bigger advantage to achieve the Maelstrom Arena, while some other, like Dragon Knight and Templar, have a lot of difficulties to finish it. We are speaking, of course, about the veteran Maelstrom Arena, because the normal one is not on the leaderboard. So to that, Eric Robel is explaining his stance, and he's saying, I'm quoting, "Keep in mind there are class-specific leaderboards for a reason. Not all classes are built to be equally effective in a solo situation. We will take in consideration when making class tweak. And the class tweak are coming for the next DLC, the Thief Guild, that I will speak about later. But for now, Eric Robel is gathering your feedback in a specific thread. I will make a link in the information below, so just go there and you need to speak about 3 abilities you would like to change in your class. So it's only speaking about classes, not weapon, not other skill line. Just stay focused on the classes. The second point concerns the bind and pickup item. When you are playing in Orsinium, you're doing your daily quest, the world bosses or the Maelstrom Arena, you have a quite high chance to get some set items that are specific to Orsinium and that you cannot find anywhere else. Those set items are bind and pickup, so you will often see some items that do not interest you at all, and you cannot exchange them with other players or sell them in the guild store. Some players find that very irritating because they cannot earn money, they cannot have a profit from their activities in Orsinium besides selling the crafting materials. And the person that do not own Orsinium have no chance to get to set item. In the contrary, or Imperial City, where players could sell what they earn in Imperial City to the players that didn't own Imperial City. So that's the problem. The thing is that the high drop rate is very high. So you basically will earn several pieces of set by day, but you cannot really do anything about it besides salvage it or place it in your bank. This is done intently. So the players that do not have many times to play Orsinium have a high chance to get some set item, but if it was not bind on pickup, it would be so easy to exchange them with your friends or with your guild, or to put them on the guild store, and in 2 days everyone will have a complete set of equipment they wanted, and you will not really have any incentive to do the content anymore. So I understand why the high drop rate exists. This is to encourage the players that play casually. Orsinium is also and mostly made for players that play casually, not specifically made for hardcore players, and you need to have a balance for the economy. That's what Eric Robel say on Reddit. we specifically made Orsinium sets at high drop rates and made them bind on pickup so the economy didn't get flooded. We might explore other strategies for other DLC. So while I understand that it's maybe irritating, it has a reason, and when you think about it, it makes sense. The next DLC had been announced by McLeod in several interviews on various websites and confirmed on Reddit and in the ESO Live, and it will be Thief Guild. We will have more information regarding the Thief Guild next year. For now we do not know much, we just know that it will happen in Abbas Landing, which is a zone where we have never been before in Hammerfell. We also have some footage of Abbas Landing that are a little bit old, so we can't wait to see more about that. According to McLeod's words, the Thief Guild is the next evolution. It's a ton of fun and already graphically looks even better than Orsinium. So this claim had been confirmed by Rich Lambert on the ESO Live, so I cannot wait to see more about this. If the content and the quality is even better than Orsinium, it will be baffling. Now it also has been said that those DLC will be smaller than Orsinium, so do not expect to have as big zone with so many content than we had known in Orsinium. But it's not all. Together with this DLC we will have a new trial. This has been confirmed, and this new trial will beneficiate from the experience of the previous one. So the developers have realized that the system of the trial, which was very competitive, it was kind of race against the time, etc. It was a system that some players really enjoyed, but not everyone, and so they will find a way with new mechanics to allow different kind of gameplay. And you will also have a normal and a veteran mode, and only the veteran mode will be related to the leaderboard, and the veteran will be very hard, have said Rich Lambert. In addition of that, Eric Rubble will rework completely the classes, as I have said, so do not hesitate to give your feedback. Important fact also, the veteran rank are not going to be increased for Thief Guild. They are actually going to be removed. This is happening, guys. No more veteran rank. The veteran rank removal, this is a big news. When it has been announced on Reddit, it caused a lot of confusion, a lot of discussion. Rich Lambert came on the official forum, made a statement, it caused a lot of discussion, a lot of confusion, and finally Rich Lambert came on the ESO Live to give a whole long explanation. So if you want this explanation, I recommend you to see the ESO Live at minute 10, and you will have everything you need to know in details. But here's a little summary for you. First of all, you need to know that the system is not set in stone. It's subject to change. It's a work in progress. And so if you want to give your opinion, your feedback, your analysis, you go on the forum and you write it down. Be constructive, and you may be heard by the developers. So the big question is, why are we removing the veteran rank? Well, there is 3 reasons. The first one is that at release, the players, and I mean a lot of players, were disgusted by this veteran rank system. They didn't like it at all. They didn't like to be forced to play beyond the max level. They didn't like to be forced to play in the other faction zone. They didn't like to have to grind more level, etc, etc. For those players have begged Zenimax to remove the veteran rank, and indeed, that's what the developers have been working on since then. And so all those players that have left the game because they hated the veteran rank may come back. They are waiting that it's removed to come back to the game. So for the players that have only known that, or that just started the Elder Scrolls Online, maybe do not seem a big deal for you. Maybe you're used to it, maybe you enjoy it. But for a lot of players, it was a major no way can play this game now. So it will be a great thing to remove them, I believe, just for that. The second reason is that apparently, and this is something I just learned during the ESO live, apparently the veteran rank were just a system put in place waiting that the champion system was developed and be ready and implemented in game. But apparently it caused some problem. And the third reason, and this is something I find very important to underline, the veteran system was not very convenient to work with. It was very difficult, and to remove the veteran rank will be a lot easier for the developers to adapt new contents, new difficulties, new equipment, and to scale it to other players. So with the battle leveling system that we see in the DLC and all that kind of content that they are creating now, the champion system capped by season will be a lot more convenient than the veteran system, which was another leveling. So how it will happen in future once the veteran rank will be removed? Well, it's very simple. You level your character from 1 to 50. Once you reach 50, if it's your first character, you unlock the champion points that will be applied to your accounts, and so all your character will beneficiate from it. And from then you can do what you want with your friends. You can do veteran activities, start to get some gear, do some PvP. Everyone will be at the same level. The only difference will be the number of champion points that you have that are capped by season. So this season it's 500 champion points, which is quite a large difference that you can start to earn. You have catching mechanics, so less champion points you have, faster you get some, so you can catch up and reach the cap more easily. Once a new content is released, a new DLC, the developers can choose how much champion points will be the new cap, or they can choose to not put a new cap. They will adapt it, analyzing what are the majority of the players doing. Regarding the gear, it has been announced that with the new system you will need a certain number of champion points to equip some gear. That will make the difference in power of several gear. That doesn't mean that the best gear in the game will be at the maximum cap. This is also something that the developer will analyze and see what's best. So this whole system gives a lot of power in the hand of the developer, so they can really adapt it in function of what's the best for the community, for the progression of the community as a whole. I think it's really great, because nothing is set in stone, and more you have a flexible game, the better it is. And if the developers are allowed to have a lot of flexibility to adapt the new content to the majority of the players, I think it will be very beneficial from all of us. Let's speak about PvP. The PvP community is not very happy with the state of the game right now. First you have the problem with the performance, but also some issues in Imperial City, or basically with the lack of activity in Imperial City, of the lack of objective. I'm not extremely aware about all problems related to PvP, as I'm not a big PvPer myself, or since Orsinium I'm not a PvPer at all anymore. But I really recommend you to check the show made by Cypher, Lefty Lucy, King Richard and Fangrush, which is called We Are ESO. They have made 3 episodes and they are speaking about PvP question mostly. They are not always nice with the game, but I guess that's the problem with the PvP community. They are not satisfied right now. So Zenimax is working on different things. The first things and their top priority is the performance issue that you have in Cyrodiil. But this is something very difficult to test because they cannot really recreate the same situation internally, as they are testing the game with bots. They cannot test it with that many testers. So they have difficulties to find out where the problem are and if a solution is working or not. You need to give them a little bit of time to figure out, but they are currently working on a fix that includes their physics engine, and that should be a big improvement. Also next week we will have Brian Wheeler, or no, not next week, in 2 weeks, Brian Wheeler will come on the ESO Live and will give plenty of news, and we have absolutely no idea about what it will be. Maybe some objective will be added to Imperial City to encourage players to PvP. Maybe it will be something new. We do not know. You can still hope for the arena and the duel, because for the very first time in the last ESO Live we have heard maybe instead of no. And that guys, it's something important. And what about the future of the Elder Scrolls Online beyond the Thief Guild? While we know the next DLC after the Thief Guild will be the Dark Brotherhood, it will be story driven again, and it will happen on the Gold Coast or the western coast of Cyrodiil. This is not related to the Alliance War, so there will be no PvP. It's not linked with the Cyrodiil that you know already, but the players that played Oblivion will be happy to go back into cities and to play around in familiar environments. The housing system, they are currently working on it. They have nothing to announce. They will speak about it later in next year, so once the other DLC have been worked on. We have absolutely no information regarding this, besides that they have worked on several prototypes to see which one will fit the best. We can only speculate from that, but it's exciting. A lot of players will be so excited about that. The barbershop will be coming soon as well. It's not only related to hair, but to everything. You will be able to change everything. We do not have information regarding this either, but if you want to suggest haircuts or customization like adornment or beard or whatever, please share them on the forum. More they have ID, more they have inspiration, the better. So we could have plenty of new hairstyle. I will be excited about that. I know I'm vain. Well, some life improvement are planned as well. The floating combat text, some people will be very happy about that. I will disable it, but that's something else. Nameplates, etc., which are features that have been begged by the community since a very long time. And be sure that this comes for console and PC. And voila! So, plenty of good stuff coming. Every week I would like to make a shout out for a person, a member of the community that's producing content, may it be on YouTube, on Twitch TV, or on a website. Whatever, especially the people that are not very well known, not very famous, and deserve more attention. So this week I will start with someone that you know already, certainly, because she's making a lot of guides, crafting guides, and a lot of stream. She's really awesome. She's ambassador on the forum. It's Miss Biz, and I would like to speak about her Let's Play series. She's playing through Orsinium, through the main story, but her Let's Play series is so cute and funny. That's the best word I can find. She's playing with her personality, and it's so different and so fun to watch. You absolutely need to see. Her episodes are quite short, so you can really watch something while you're eating your breakfast, for instance. It's really, really cool. Totally worth it. So the information are below. Voilà, this is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the new formula of the ESO news. My goal is to make it easier to produce so I can be more frequent, hopefully once a week. That will be neat, but it may be ambitious. I don't know, we will see. Anyway, do not hesitate to leave me feedback, and if you want to see me live, I give you a rendezvous every Tuesday on YouTube. I'm streaming on YouTube, not on Twitch anymore, from 21 to midnight Central Europe time, or 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Coast time. So I hope to see you there. Meanwhile, take care, have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye bye!